What's going on, everybody? It's Derka today, half of Whataweeb. Yeah, how's it going, guys? Yeah, sorry we didn't upload Classroom on Thursday. Thursday, yeah, because I was sick, Nestor was busy, and we just couldn't get around to it. So we apologize for that. We wanted to do it. I didn't even watch it yet personally. And also today's Saturday Spotlight's just me because Nestor did not like this anime, but I thought definitely worth a shot. And as you can tell, it's Neo Yokio. I apologize if I cough throughout this episode. I am still sick. I'm on the come up, but I am still sick. My voice might sound a little raspy too. I apologize, but I just want to give my feelings on Neo Yokio. So Neo Yokio, everybody's saying it was bad. It was badly done. Blah blah blah. But was it really that bad? I mean, it was kind of bad. Don't get me wrong. If you guys don't know what it is, Neo Yokio is a new anime. It's made by Ezra Koenigs from Vampire Weekend. So if you like Vampire Weekend, you might like it. Who knows? Also has Jaden Smith in it, so if you like that Jaden Smith type of humor slash personality, you might enjoy it because he does put that into his character of Kaz Khan a lot. I'm not going to spoil any story plot points here. I'm just going to talk about how I felt about the anime from more of a professional standpoint based off of, like, animation, voice acting, etc. So don't I might reference certain things that happen, but I won't be specific, so there's no actual spoilers. And yeah, so if you guys don't want to see those generalizations I make, I apologize, but you gotta go a little bit into detail. But anyway, if you guys are ready for this video, Neo Yokio, 6-episode anime, Jaden Smith in it. Everybody, make sure to leave a like, comment, or subscribe. Let me know if you guys watched it. Let me know if you guys took a look. I don't know. It came out Thursday, I think. So, yeah. But yeah, so the fans of Jaden Smith, I think you guys will be happy. You guys will definitely be happy. He continues to say some weird stuff in this anime. The way he just talks in general is more like up there and kind of like a little far off and come off as kind of weird. So Kaz Khan, the character he plays, the things he could say sometimes is really cringe, or it could be really funny. And he himself is like a demon fighting nouveau riche character who cares about fashion. So the society they're in, honestly, it makes more sense for Jaden Smith to just act like himself. It doesn't sound as off-putting or anything. Because Kaz, he just cares about fashion, and with that fashion comes his ranking on this thing called the Bachelor Board, where they rank all the eligible bachelors in the city. And a lot of the time, he's number 2 or number 1. So if he's number 2, he just cares super about fashion, wants to get back on the board, just for personal reasons. Nothing really complicated about that. Yeah. So moving on to voice acting, though, it's hit or miss, in my opinion. Most characters' voice acting, I didn't mind. Like Kaz's aunt, I love Kaz's aunt voice acting. She just fit that old stern aunt perfectly. I don't know who actually played her. I don't know. I didn't look that up, but it was good. It was good. And after a while, I got used to Jaden Smith playing Kaz because I realized, okay, this is the society they're in. So Kaz talking like this, sounding like this, is pretty normal. Just because this is what he thinks is normal. So in the society, if he sounds like this, saying something that's kind of mean spirited, maybe, is normal because everybody cares about that kind of stuff in this world. The voice acting, though, it felt like a 1990s like Static Shock almost kind of thing. So I had a little bit of a feel good memory, just being like, oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. But not much else I have to say about the voice acting, probably. So let's go on to the premise. The premise of the show, pretty much, you got a bunch of high society guys who all care about fashion, looking good, how it is. I'm gonna drink this water right now, so. Okay. And being cool. Oh, they even go to the point where they mention brand names like Armani, Louis Vuitton, Chanel, etc. Like every episode. This fashion aspect is so important to the people of the city that Kaz is talking to some guy. He's praying. Oof. I'm sorry. He's at his wife's grave, and he's pushing perfume, her favorite perfume on it. And then Kaz goes into this full discussion about, girls' tastes have changed over the years. Your wife would probably prefer this one now, etc. And you could tell the old man was getting a little annoyed at him because it's like, just this was her favorite perfume when she was alive, But Kaz thinks he's helping the guy. He genuinely thinks he's helping the guy because, you know, he's bringing him up to speed, bringing him up to fashion, because that's all that matters in his society. The fashion, looking good, being that top tier bachelor for him. So, you know, you see this guy. He's just trying to keep his wife happy, trying to memories. You know, we know the guy's just thinking of his memories. But Kaz doesn't understand that. You know, he just thinks that it's not fashionable, so he wants to help the guy out. So is Kaz a dick? Maybe, kinda. Everybody's kind of not the best person, to be honest. Kaz has his moments of weakness. But, you know, Kaz's whole thing is it's a wild ride. It's really just a wild ride. But as I mentioned before, you know, he's not only cares about fashion, he's also like a demon fighting warrior type thing. And the fight scenes are okay. In my opinion, they're kind of quick, kind of end themselves really fast, at least the actual combat. We don't really even know how Kaz's powers actually work. He has some sort of lightning power, I think, and I only assume that because his cousin has like a water power, so I'm guessing elemental type thing. We don't know. They don't tell you much about the powers. He just goes on random exorcisms every other episode or something, because the demons will possess people. And the actual combat, like when they are fighting, is not really fancy, not very clean. It's kind of just he does something, it works, and he wins, and it doesn't really look good. You know, the animation is definitely don't get me started on the animation, to be honest. The animation of the show is definitely not there. But that'll be my next statement. Let's just finish off with the fighting. So I just wish it was more detailed. Kind of feels like I'm watching an anime where so you guys have watched DB Super, you know about the infamous fighting scenes where the animation goes to crap. It felt like a little bit above that, but that entire level of animation throughout the entire series of 6 episodes. So I was kind of like, eh. And as we go into the animation, it's literally like saying it's 1990s style animation is a compliment. It is old-fashioned, clunky at times. It's not terrible, but like when I compare it to new stuff out right now, it definitely doesn't take the cut. Like maybe Neon Genesis Evangelion even had better. Yeah, I think that was from the 90s, right? I don't remember off the top of my head, but very disappointing. And animation means a lot to me, especially if they're going to have combat or something. I mean, you know, I'm not there just for the comedy. You know, it means something to me. And the fact that it was kind of bad, it's disappointing. It's disappointing for me. But all right, now let's go on, I guess, to the characters. I'm probably just going off this all on the spot, guys. So make sure to leave what you think in the comments below. But for the character, I actually enjoyed all the characters. They were all fun, wacky characters. But they introduced so many that they don't go into detail of like 90% of them or 80% of them. It's all Kaz and how he interacts with them, and if they are around, you know. And some of them are around all the time. So the fact that he doesn't really, you know, they don't really get any development. They kind of just, here's your first impression of this character. It doesn't change, except for maybe like one character, but that's because it kind of forces to change, and that happens to her in like episode 1 or one of the first 3 episodes. So you'll see it then. And you don't really know, you just hear about how she was before. You don't know how she actually was before she changes her personality. I know it's hard to not have a bunch of characters show up when you have a crowded city scenario. New Yokio, if you guys don't know, is literally like New York. It's right next to New Jersey. It's like New York combined with like Japanese aspects and then fashion full on. So yeah, it's kind of meh. The characters I enjoyed each character. None of them really got the development that I thought they could by being in every episode, at least as much as Kaz got. Even saying that, you know, Kaz didn't get that much development. He kind of just helps out a friend, if anything. So, I guess closing remarks here. Overall, I think the idea behind Neo Yokio was good. It could have been really good. It really could have been really good. It was just done wrong. I like the whole idea of like this fashion aspect where Kaz needs to be super upscale, look nice all the time. He's balancing that. You know, if he was trying to balance that with his normal life, and his fashion life with his life of fighting demons, that would have been interesting. Think of like American Dragon Jake Long, back on Disney Channel, if you guys remember that stuff. You know, he was a dragon on the side, but he was also a human, and he kind of had to balance working and helping people in the mystical world versus going to school, you know, being a normal guy. But it wasn't done like that. It wasn't done like that. So I can complain, but you can't really say much else. You guys know my opinions on the other aspects of it. Overall, I'd give it like a 6, max, maybe 5.5. And Ezra did not even want to go past the first episode, I'm pretty sure, so he hated it. He's very picky with his anime, even though it's only 6 episodes. But, you know, it's fine. It's not his kind of thing. I didn't think it was that bad, like unwatchable bad. I watched worse before. But anyway, yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this. It's very, you know, I couldn't throw so much emotion into it because I was still sick. I even coughed a little bit. I apologize. But I did want to talk about this anime because it just came out, so that you guys thinking about watching it. It's only 6 episodes. You can give it a shot. You might like the humor, especially if you like Jaden Smith. I don't mind Jaden Smith. I think Jaden Smith's cool, but I'm not a super big fan or anything. So if you guys like that, you know, like Jaden Smith, definitely give it a shot. There's a lot of his talking, a lot of his personality in it with Kaz. You know, he doesn't try to be somebody else. It's really just him. And yeah, no, if you guys did enjoy, remember to leave a like, comment, or subscribe. In the description below is all our links to social media and everything. And yeah, no, this has been Derka. And Ezra's not here, but peace.